What's up? My voice. Okay, relax. Just 1 second. Okay, it's me again. I'm back sooner than I thought that I would be because I need to air some grievances. The day after I made that video, I think it's called So Long. Well, I think I made two. The day after I made that video, hang on a second, because y'all, these things, it was on the 28th. The very next day, I had taken a shift from somebody on the 29th. And I'm just going to read from my diary because, and I also apologize in advance. Sometimes I read my stuff back and I'm like, why does this read like a novel? Okay. Dear Diary, today I worked a shift that I didn't originally have. A few days ago, one of the coolest girls I've ever met asked me to take it for her, and I obliged happily. It's Sunday, so we close at 6. Shift done at 6:30, and my break was scheduled for 4:30 to 5:15. Excuse me. At around 4 o'clock, I thought about asking if I could go sooner, but I didn't. At around 4:15, the lovely young lady whom I had been working fits with came back from her break. And at 4:17, the cutie LOD of the day asked me if I wanted to go now or later. Wait until 4:30. I thought for a second, but what's 10 minutes? Besides, we were busy and Fitz was a mess, so I do my thing and 10 minutes pass. I ask if I'm good to go, and I am. Hang on a second. I walk toward the eatery, and who do I see several steps ahead of me? See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. And I actually talk like this too in real life, and I'm just like, why so corny? Shakespeare. Anyways, Harleen, the girl who still owes me money for that dress that she asked me to buy for her, using my discount at Aerie. I could really use that money right now, as my last paycheck wasn't as big as I had anticipated, and the first of the month is in 2 days. However, why should I run up behind somebody and ask for money that they know they owe me? I simply shake my head and move on to purchase my pick-me-up refreshment. Yeah. Judge all you want to. We're all going through it, okay? Usually I will sit directly outside the eatery by this little gravel pit camouflaged by this big recycling bin if I so choose to enjoy a drink on my break instead of going home. However, this time I was instructed to walk to the opposite side of the mall to have my drink. I obeyed. Okay? And when you obey, you're rewarded. Every time. The Most High is not going to let you down like that, okay? Keep that in mind whenever you're feeling like, oh, if you can't walk, crawl. It's hard out here, okay? As I'm walking, I'm thinking about how really and truly I deserved to be fired from Danny Ye because I did. 1,000%. I will hold that L so I can release it. How can you release something if you don't hold it? For many, many reasons. And as these many, many reasons are cycling through my mind, I look up and see Saher. Anyway, I saw him first, and when he turned his head, I'm assuming to watch for cars, he noticed me. This is embarrassing. But he is handsome. I'm not going to sit up here and front just because he pissed me off. Because I'm not angry anymore. Actually, writing that song, and I think finishing what else I'm writing is going to finally get rid of a lot of pent up energy because, guess what? I've masturbated today several times. And I haven't masturbated in a long time. But also that has something to do with Jay. And I'll get into that later. Hang on. Anyway, I saw him first. And when he turned his head, I'm assuming to watch for cars, he noticed me. That handsome face, that playful grin. He paused, started walking again, but paused again. The whole time, neither of us broke eye contact. Because, man, that man has a stare. Ooh. Anyway, the whole time neither of us broke eye contact. Him with that grin that I'm familiar with. Me squinting against the sun. This man said, and I quote, he paused and said, "Don't pretend." with his little accent. Oh. I simply shrugged, tried and failed to hold back a smile, but I kept walking, never breaking my stride. Because, baby, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay, well, on to the next order of things. So, y'all know that guy that I've gone on 2 dates with? And we were supposed to meet up on Monday. So this is what happened. I worked on Monday until 6:30. I kind of wish that I would have worked till later because then this most likely wouldn't have happened. But for some reason, I just didn't sleep well. Well, it's not for whatever reason. I do like suffer from that from time to time. But that night I was like, so we were supposed to meet up at 10:30. I feel so like, anyways, let me just finish. So I got dressed up. I'm literally like, I got so dressed up and like I was going back and forth because he kept saying like, well, I'm coming right directly after work, so I'm probably not gonna smell too good, blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't care about any of that, but I like to dress up, and I don't care, like I like him for him. Well, I do like him actually. I was literally going back and forth from my bathroom to my room, like putting on makeup, all this other stuff, blah 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 blah. So much so that I ran into one of my roommates and she was like, "Oh, you look really nice," and I was like, "Thank you," because like I was trying to look nice for him, or good for him, not nice. So I set up 2 alarms and I laid down. I woke up at 1 in the morning. I'd slept through both alarms. I felt so bad. The first thing that I did was text him that I was sorry and that I could catch an Uber to where he was, because originally I was just gonna walk. And I think that's the reason why I even went to sleep, because I'm like, I'm really tired right now, and if I walk, then I'm not gonna be like my best self. And then on top of that, if we have drinks and like we're doing karaoke, I don't want to be exhausted. I want to show up like fully. And he was like, "No, it's okay. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "No, I'm really sorry. Like I want to make it up to you, like. And how, yeah, no, I know, and I shouldn't be doing that. So that's probably why I slept through those 2 alarms. Because Most High said, "You said you were gonna be celibate. Relax. You're not making anything up to anybody, okay? In that manner, because that seems to be the only thing that you know to do for men. Because that's the only thing that they've all like that they expect from you, and that's fair. Because I wouldn't. Because you know what I've been thinking about too. The Most High, he can use anybody he wants to, right? But as somebody who's unlearning to relearn and having to parent myself, if I heard my daughter being like this and acting like that, I would be like, what are you doing? Stop. You're worth so much more than this. Man, I did not wake up. Like, I felt bad. And then I texted him. And he texted me back. He's like, "Don't worry about it." And I'm like, oh, like, I hate disappointing people because, like, even and I've been let down like that before, right? Obviously, with Sahar, when he dished me twice, 2 nights in a row. I can't. And that's specifically the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, if I heard my daughter, because, like, even after he ditched me and I had blocked him, but then unblocked him when I saw his number and then got all excited and like, just putting myself out, like, why? For what? For what? Because even if he didn't want to have sex that night, I totally would have just enjoyed his company. And like he said, we can have some wine, we can talk about like whatever. Like, I don't care. So I was so stressed out about this, you guys. Like on my next shift, there was like a fire alarm that happened. I'm not sure what got set on fire, if anything. I can't remember. I don't care, because I was so like preoccupied with this issue that I walked up to one of these people that, okay, first of all, shout out to Jay, other Jay at Trespass. You're a real nigga, okay? Um, he was smoking and I was like, "Can I have one of those?" I smoked a whole cigarette. I haven't smoked since I was like, I think like 22, 23. Anyway, so Jay texted me, original Jay, who I went on dates with. Because the Jay who I was like smoking with, I was like, you know what, I don't care. Like, right now, I started flirting with him. It turns out he's married. Good for his wife. He's hot. Anyways, so, yeah, not that that really matters in the grand scheme of things. So, what happened? No smoking. It was like, child, my lungs. Ugh. Um, and then you get that little head rush. Ooh, yeah. And then what happened? Hang on, let me gather my thoughts. Oh, yeah. So then Jay, original Jay, texted me back and he's like, it's okay. Cause like, I'd apologized again. And see, this is one thing, the habit that I'm breaking is like, I will only apologize once. I will change my behavior in the future. And I can try to make it up to you if it's like one of those one off things where it's like, that wouldn't even happen again. You know what I mean? He said, I can't remember, I didn't quote him, I didn't write this down, though usually I do because like I like to just make sure everything is in order. He was like, it's okay, anyways, I feel like I was being harsh with you last night, when because he just would not receive my apology or my willingness to go and see him still, you know, because like I know he stays up late, his sleep schedule is also weird too, so I don't blame him for that. But I had sensed that he was being harsher than necessary because I didn't ditch him on purpose. I can understand. Okay, because like the thing about it is, I definitely understand that if you were to step on somebody's foot or like on purpose or accidentally step on their foot, the pain still exists. So you need to apologize for the pain. The intention behind it is not the main topic until the other person addresses it, because then how can I like make it up to you, you know? I can be more careful in by steps if it was accident. I can no longer treat you with violence if it was on purpose. You know what I mean? So I told him, I was like, I understand, like the being harsh part, because like I've been ditched in the past, like we both know. But I was like, I didn't purposefully ditch you. I fell asleep. And I will make it up to you. I will make it up to him, but it's not in the way that he's gonna expect it to be. I'm not putting anything in my mouth. So before, so this Sunday that I just spoke about, a week later, I also worked, and I was like, I actually like need my money. Tell me why I rolled up on this woman at her job at Calvin Klein. And do you know that this silly woman, I said, okay, hey Harleen. And she was like, oh, immediately starts apologizing because she knows that she owes me money. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I was like, can I get my money, please? And she was like, oh, she pulls out her phone and is like opening up her bank app or whatever. I don't know what the fuck she was doing. But she's apologizing for not sending me my money. The phone is in her hand. She's doing stuff on it and talking about, oh, I can't use my phone on the floor. And I was like, would you like to step in the back? And this lady looked me dead in my eyes and proceeded to send me my money. It took less than 3 minutes. Don't play in my motherfucking face. Don't play with my money. Don't play with my power. Because, baby, I will bring you down. And that's not a threat on anybody's life. Sorry, I had to go moisturize my lips because, oh my God, the stress from that, like, missing that night with Jay. Because, like, you know what sucks? I think about, like, how much fun that we would have had. And then I'm, like, disappointed in the fact that I let him down. And because he was like, you know, it wasn't fun sitting there by myself. And no, I know, I can imagine. My skin started drying out, my lips started drying out, and my period didn't help. And smoking that cigarette obviously did not help either. Ugh. And when I tell you, why do people keep, just hang on a second. Because the other thing that's really working me is these Walmart version mean girls that I work with. Two things. I've already come up here many, many a time and told you I literally just addressed the fact that I drink. I have drank very, very heavily in the past. Hell, I'm drinking right now. I went into work one day and these maybe this is something that I should say for my diary, because like there's a lot of stuff written in my diary and I don't tell you everything. However, I will let you know these people are not as clever as they think that they are. I'm sorry. I don't know who fucking lied to you and said that shit. Stick to the basics, okay? And one of them even went shopping and bought a new purse for an early birthday for herself at Kate Spade. Oh my god, Kate Spade is so cute. I love their purses. RIP to her. Okay, so I kind of wanted to see the purse, but like whatever, we were leaving, so like I'm not gonna force the issue. And she's like, yeah, blah blah blah, and I was like, age is such a blessing, because like I actually do believe that. I think that it's like a lot of people die too young, before their time, because there's an appointed time for everything. But if you're not careful, if you're not obedient, because even crossing the road is like, if you're not gonna follow the rules, like you're going to get hurt. Anyways, and she was like, if that makes you feel better. Girl, what? Age is a blessing. Like, are you stupid? Are you so silly that you think that, like, why would you say that dumb shit? Were you expecting yourself to be 18 forever? Stupid woman. But in better news, you know that guy that I was telling you about, that I have that I follow on Instagram, and he's like so handsome, and he's like, oh man, oh, he's handsome as heck. And he's like full of wisdom, and he's always like posting Bible verses. I I complimented him, and then he liked one of my stories. Baby, that just made it up to me. It made my week. And so now I'm going to be a better person. Not because of that, but hands down, this is a pivotal moment in my life, because I even had, I had a dream last night. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but good things are coming my way. Ugh, I just hate that I masturbated, because it actually, like, I've told you this before, I used to like masturbate. One time I actually went a whole year and a half without masturbating or smoking weed. But I was still drinking, not as heavily, but I was married and I could get the dick whenever I wanted to. So now when I masturbate, I literally get so tired. I was gonna go into town and go for my little walk that I like doing, but I had no energy. I barely got up just now to go to the mall to buy baby wipes, because I don't have any fucking baby wipes. Oh my god. And you know what really sucks too? I can definitely tell that my angels or guardian angel is around me, and I was embarrassed, y'all. I'm like, look away. Something's about to go down, okay? And it's not gonna be pretty. It's never pretty. It because I told y'all. And okay, I'm gonna pause this at the 20-minute mark, or around that area. When I'm watching porn, I'm not watching the best stuff. Nobody watches clean porn. I don't know why, because they started making porn for women as romantical and shit, and there's a script, and people are dressed up, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.